why is it messed up? It's messed up. What's going on? Oh, I forgot. I forgot. Give me 1 second. No, you keep talking. There it is. I fixed it. Yeah, we've been live. Um, Fake fans. Yeah, fuck them fake fans. If you a real fan, fuck you too. If you can't be a fan of this shit, nigga. Nah, bro. If you living, I don't like you, bro. Like fuck niggas who are alive, bro. Yeah, I don't breathe. I don't breathe. Or the people who don't like Superman. He's like, listen here, son. That's not the right thing to do. I know. Like, no, Superman's gonna be furious at you. You're gonna be furious. You're gonna see the wrath of an actual god. And you're like, you know what? Maybe I should never do that wrong thing again. He's heated. I remember the new 52 Superman. The new 52 Superman. They literally killed that nigga. They literally killed that nigga, and the old Superman walked out of a bush and was like, "It's okay. I've been here the whole time." And I was like, "That's goofy as fuck." He wasn't. What are you talking about? Oh, does it like say 6 messages since whatever? Or yeah, it's just like telling you like, hey, these are the number of messages you haven't read yet. It, oh,
People
fuck that.
read like as we were talking about before, although apparently no one fucking heard it. But like as we were talking about before, niggas who see those movies think the characters are supposed to be this way. And they think this how the characters act. So like you show them Doctor Strange and he's this stoic, serious ass motherfucker who's now you're cracking jokes, they're gonna be like, what? Like I tell people about that all the time. I'm like, if you read old Thor comic books, he's not going to resemble the version you see in the movies at all. I was just telling a girl about that. I was like, he does not act like that. He does not act in the comics how he in the movies how he does in the comics. I was like, in the comics, he's just your stereotypically noble kind of Superman-ish guy. You know, like he doesn't. He gets happy. He smiles. He gets excited about things. But he isn't making one-liners. He
It,
isn't
this
doing
just this just that just made me think of this question. So, has there ever been an example in which someone you know made an adaptation from a comic book and made it better than made them better than what they were portrayed in the comic book?
Yeah,
Like their movie portrayal was better.
what's your example, Ray?
yeah. That nigga Spider Man. That nigga Spider Man sucks in every comic book he's ever been in. But that one spectacular Spider Man show put him on the map.
Let me
That's
see.
me
Let me see if
capping.
there's
That's capping.
any. I
That's
can I
capping.
can think of a. No, I literally cannot think of any.
Ah, because you're a comic book purist. You're a comic
I
book
cannot think
purist.
of any situation in
Spectacular
which
Spider Man
I
is really
look.
good though. But I don't
All
think
right,
they made it
he has
better.
good
I think it's
stuff.
just like a really accurate
Said,
Okay,
man,
I'll
if
representation.
give
that
you an
shit,
example.
even if he lame in the comic book, if it don't
I'll give
follow
you
that,
one example. I'll
I
give you
don't
one
fuck with it.
example. I'll give you
Go
one
ahead.
example. Amazo, the version they used in Justice League the animated series, was cooler and more interesting than the original Amazo is in the comics.
But that's
Because
very
like
rare. That's very rare, right? For
yeah,
them to be
I
because
able to do
like the
that.
mean,
thing with
the comics have like history and years of development, right?
yeah
So unless they're taking a character that kind of already doesn't exist, right? Like they take some obscure character for I don't know, like Speedball, and then they like give him an actual character, right?
they
Then
actually do
usually
stuff with
no.
him.
Then
Mm.
usually
But
no.
the thing with
Like
Amazo, thing that made Amazo so cool is he had the power to copy other people's powers, right? So he flies off into space at the end of his episode, and when he comes back, he's like godlike, like he can do anything. But he's now is like confused about the meaning of life, and he does not understand why he exists. Like he desperately wants to know what point is there to anything. If he has become like he's really reached the zenith of what there is to accomplish. So he's like, what now? Like what do I do? And Lex Luthor explains to him, and that was really cool. That was really cool to see. He's probably the only. Well, like I said, that's like probably the only time that I've ever looked at an adaptation and thought it was cooler. I mean, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, you struggling. You
I
struggling.
Really,
mean,
really hard.
like I explained, like it's generally harder to do that because one, like a
Mm.
lot of times you adapt things for TV, you're taking it and you're trying to make it more bland. You're trying to make it more palatable so more
Yeah,
people enjoy it, right? So like,
yeah.
if there is a character and like, oh, it's like people, this kind of person likes this character, you don't want to make a whole show about that because you're not trying to make a show for like this kind of person. You're trying to make show for like all of America to enjoy, for
You
example.
know, I can give you Civil War. Civil War is a terrible movie, but it's adapted from a really stupid comic book. So there's that too. But in the
Which one? Civil War or Civil War 2? I think Civil War 2 is a lot stupider.
Civil War 2 is retarded.
Civil War 2 is so bad.
Yeah. But in Civil War, in the movie Civil War, the characterizations are better. Like Tony's reasoning makes a lot of sense. Cap's reasoning is weird. Cap is probably better in the comic than he is in the movie. But Tony is his reasonings for why he's doing what he's doing makes a lot more sense in the movie than it does in the comic. In the comic, he's just being an asshole, like he's being a dick. And the comic goes to great lengths to show you that Tony is an asshole.
Oh yeah, comic Tony is not a likable person.
Yeah, he wasn't like that before, but then he gets reinvented in like the 2000s, and he's like a dick. Like I told you, where a big plot point is he makes a clone of Thor, and you learn the reason he made that clone was because the first time he met Thor, he stole a piece of his hair. That was the first thing he did. First time he meets the guy, he takes a piece of his hair so he could like experiment on it and like study it. Like apparently that's just the kind of guy he was. Because like they were trying to do like a kind of Batman thing, where it's like, you know how Batman has all these
the Tower of Babel thing.
Yeah, so they started doing that kind of stuff with Tony in like the 2000s.
That's not even the 90s. I don't know, like that's kind of not how Tony is. Tony is an asshole. He's not that kind of asshole.
They always say the book is better than the movies or the TV show. So
well, I feel like usually it's because books have a lot more time to flesh things out.
I mean, I think Ready Player One, the ending, I'm not gonna say it's better than the book. It's a good. Well, the movie, the ending of the movie works very well because the book does some things where it goes on this like, I don't want to call it a tangent, but it becomes very sad for a large portion of the book, like very depressing. And I was like, yeah, this shit wouldn't work on screen. Like this depressing ass shit would not work on screen. No one's gonna want to sit there and sit through fucking 30 minutes of all this depressing shit, right? So I was like, they did a good job removing it in the movie.
Wait, Ray, have you ever felt like that with the animated version of a manga?
What?
At all? Like the animated version was better than the manga?
Yes.
At any point?
Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer's manga is trash.
You said that about Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen is better than the manga.
So it's more common. It's more common in that.
Wrong. Like it's not more common in anime. Actually, no. It's just anime nowadays.
I'm saying to you.
No, wait. Listen, I'm explaining to you right now what's happening. Right. Manga nowadays, they get like 2 chapters and then they're rushing to get an anime. So what they're doing is, if there's anything bad in the manga, they'll just fix it in the anime. Like the creator will literally just fix it in the anime. Like even the Attack on Titan creator is redoing the ending because it got such a shit review. He's redoing the ending for the anime. So I feel like because it's like not, I'm taking this thing for backlog. Anime and manga are like, they're racing sometimes, which is why you get a lot of filler in anime. Is because the manga is just, they caught up. There's nothing for them to do. Yeah. So I feel like it's different.
Anime that's different about comics is anime kind of does more of a one-to-one thing a lot of the time.
They try to.
They more faithfully. Yeah, they try to more faithfully recreate the source material. Comic book adaptations usually don't do that. They go off in their own direction and just do something.
Usually the reason that they like are adapting an anime is because people like it. And they're like, people like it, so let's just make it animated. They're not going to change much. Not that to say it never gets some changes, right? Like there's this one manga that got an anime that I refuse to watch because they changed so much of it, right? It's about this girl who can see ghosts, right? And that, like,
what's it called?
It's called Miracle-chan Can See It. Like I forgot her name. It's like Blank can see it, right? And she can see ghosts, and they're not some cutesy ghosts either. They're like fucking horror terror demons that she is terrified all the time, right? And like a lot of the comedy comes from like her just being scared shitless all the time. Because she doesn't know what happens if they figure out that she can see them, right? But in the anime, they up the ecchi factor, like the fucking perviness to like 10. There are random scenes where she's bent over and you're looking at her ass. Or there's like a random shower scene where she's just in the shower. And I'm just like, I don't want to see none of that shit. I don't want to see none of that shit.
Now that you bring that up, I'm curious. Because as I've been reading Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh my God. 7 Deadly Frames is trash, bro.
Frames.
Trash?
Jesus.
Garbage. The beginning is great. great. You're gonna have so much fun. But then you get to this midway point. You're like,
Are you saying the manga and anime are trash?
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Let
Oh,
them
that
come
way
from me.
about Promise Neverland.
Let them come from me. Promise Neverland, same thing. In the beginning, it's great. Midway point, you're
Started off great.
what the fuck's going on? And
So
if you read the manga, same thing.
So the first 2 volumes of Seven Deadly Sins are okay because that's what I have. The first 2 volumes.
Yes, they're great. But then you keep going. You're like, yo, what's going on? Bro, it starts doing the DBZ thing where like one person powers up and you're like, oh, Sokka. And then they power up, and then the other person's like, oh, I see. And then they power up, and he's like, nigga, like, can you do the thing, bro? It really becomes ridiculous at some points.
I was gonna ask though, how do you pronounce his name again?
Meliodas.
Yeah, Meliodas, right? Meliodas. The pervy things that he keeps doing, do they translate that into the anime? Or
yes, absolutely, 100%.
To do it?
Bro, anime is not afraid of being pervy. Like that's what they'll do. In fact, they will be more pervy in the anime than in the manga. Like if you watch One Piece, you just think that like Nami and Robin are walking around with fucking watermelons like this. Nah, they make them bigger in the anime. In the manga, they're like they're still ridiculous, but they're like manageable. Nah, in the anime, bro, like I forgot. I think it was in Dressrosa. They're just Nami's just walking around like this, big ass tits, and I'm just like,
damn,
is her back okay? Like, is she alright?
Nah,
it's crazy. And bro, look, I don't know, man. It's okay. Like, it's not like I hate all the ecchi scenes, but when you add ecchi shit to some shit that wasn't ecchi at all, I'm just like, yo, bro, I'm not gonna watch this shit, bro. I'm not watching it.
Like
Code Geass be playing with those between those lines.
Yeah, there were some scenes where Karin is just bent over, or C2 is just really seductively eating a piece of pizza, and you're like,
it's like, man, can we get back to this story, bro?
You're just like, yo, bro. Now I gotta go pause the video. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. Come on, man.
No, but even when I was reading Seven Deadly Sins, when they kept doing the pervy thing, I was like, okay, I get it. He's a perv. Can we move on? It's like I get it. He's pervert. He's perverted. Okay. It's like, he just kept doing it.
It does not get better in the anime. If it makes you feel better, he only does it to one girl. So
yeah. I mean, whoever drew her did a good job. Is what I'm saying. She had nice proportions because it wasn't like exaggerated, crazy shit like you were talking about.
Yeah, Elizabeth's like a normally drawn woman. I feel like she's normally drawn.
She looked like a woman you'd see in real life.
Diana's not normally drawn. Like I know she's a giant, but like even when they scale her down, like nah, Diana is not normal. Like she's not normal. She's a massive woman. That's all I'm saying.
What about you, EJ? Have you ever had something adapted, anime, whatever, and the adaptation was better than the thing?
I mean, you guys know I don't really read manga, so I can't really answer that question. It
doesn't have to be manga. It could be a book. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to think of a book that I read. I usually read, like I only consume one side of it usually. Like if I read the book, more than likely I'm not gonna watch the movie. And vice versa. If I watch the movie, I'm not gonna read the book.
You should read
I feel like I needed. There was only one time when I watched the show Dexter, which is based off the book, that I've actually thought about buying that book and reading it because I've heard. Someone told me that the story's way different and that like I think it only follows like maybe the first or the second season.
I hear that about
it completely departs from that.
The Dragon Show. What's it called? The one with the Targaryens. What?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that one. I hear that's different.
Yeah. What I was gonna say. What was I gonna say?
Can't think of an example though that I was like, yeah, because I don't know if I consumed both of something.
You should read Dune. Dune was a good book. I think you'd enjoy it. Because it has like a lot of philosophical things in it that I think you'd like.
I realize we just straight off the path again.
But, no, actually, nah. I was gonna say The Great Gatsby, but the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio is garbage compared to the book. I can't even say. I can't like it's.
I read the book
as a standalone movie. Like if that was your introduction to the story, I guess it's fine, but like once you read the book and how detailed it is, it just doesn't hold up. But if somebody coming into it, and that's all they saw, I mean, I guess it's fine in that regard, but it just doesn't hold up the same.
Um,
Yeah, I can't think of anything though, honestly.
Spider-Verse, that shit made me more interested in Miles than the comics ever did. So I can say that's
If you read
it's.
the first Miles comics, I can see why. I feel like they got better.
I mean, I was not investing time in reading Black Spider-Man.
Like the first Miles comics, it is just Peter Parker with some melanin. Like he's literally like same nigga, bro, same guy.
He still all he does is fight Peter's villains to this day. Like,
Yeah, I don't think they should. I don't think they should have brought him over. Like now, there's just like 17 Spider-Man. Like they have the same name. Like there's Spider-Man West Coast because Otto Octavius is also just Spider-Man, but he on the other side. I was like, yo,
they didn't turn it back to normal yet.
oh no, they did. It's just now he's not Otto. He's just a different Spider-Man. Like Peter's there. It's just also a different Spider-Man in LA. Right? That's how I felt. So I was like, yo, he could have just been Doc Ock. He could have just been Doc Ock, bro. Like he could have just been Doc Ock.
Why are they doing that, bro? Why is there like 16 Spider-Man, man? It's just and they do that shit with Batman too, man.
Silk,
Batman
there's Silk, there's Gwen, Silk, Spider-Gwen, Miles Spider-Man, Peter Parker. There's Otto Octavius. Spider-Woman still exists. Ben Reilly is around sometimes.
Venom, you can consider.
Yeah, he's just Agent Venom a lot of times now. He's not even a villain no more. I think Carnage just take place of Venom instead. That's what 7 Spider-Man. I didn't even count Spider-Woman.
And you got the original, yeah, Spider-Woman. Yeah.
But nah, going back to Ray's point, especially when it comes to like books and movies, books have an unfair advantage. Like there isn't like no time constraints. You could really write at length. You could go into detail. Movies don't have that privilege.
I feel like you can, if you try to actually faithfully adapt the thing. Sure, you're gonna have to remove some stuff, but if you just at least followed the fucking story.
No, yeah, you could follow the story to a T and faithfully, but like I said, it just has an unfair advantage with the time constraints.
No, like Harry Potter is similar to what EJ said. Like they follow it mostly, right? But there's just a lot of characterization that gets lost because you just cannot.
Yeah. Like even like the G.I. Joe idea I had, I was like starting to rethink it. I was like, oh, a lot of it had like my own twist on it, and I would stay very faithfully to what I was adapting as I was like thinking about it. But I was like, I wonder if I could just. I was like, what if I just take the comic book panels and just I was like, what if I just made something that was literally a fucking recreation of the comics? I was like, what if I just did that instead? I was like, maybe. And I was like, yeah, because like, man, I feel like
because you know how it be with novels, like when they introduce a character and they explain, like before he even talks or has any dialogue, they describe all the features, his body language. Like they really paint that picture, and you already get an idea of who he is before he even said anything.
How the character makes the protagonist feel.
Yep.
What they remind them of.
It's like 2 pages dedicated to just that shit alone before he even talks.
It's like when we were talking to Rev, and Rev, I was telling Rev that he should have like portrayed a character's death on the thing, and he was like, "Oh, he didn't think that minor moment needed that." And then I thought back to Dude, where the character wasn't that minor, but you didn't need to see how they died. Like it was mentioned that they died, and then there was like a whole chapter like showing their death and like them dying. And I was like, it was cool as fuck though as I was reading it.
Yeah.
And you learned so much more about the character as they were dying.
Yeah, so movies don't get that, man. Like a lot of these, especially probably with the MCU movies be like maybe 3 hours, 2.5. But these production studios, they're trying to, they got limits. They're trying to fit it into a certain window of time.
Are you ever gonna read Dune, or can I mention something about Dune right now?
Probably not. Not in the immediate future, at least.
Should I mention it? It's kind of a spoiler. Wait. Do you remember a character in the movie named Kynes? Was he there in the movie?
He was a part of the other group,
The Freeman, right?
the Freeman. Yeah, yeah, I
Did he
remember him.
die in the movie as well?
He was the leader of the Freeman, right?
Yeah, he was. Liet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't die. No, he didn't die.
Oh fuck. Okay, forget it. I
Thank you
was
for
about to
telling me he
spoil
died. Thank you for
the
telling
movie,
me he died.
but you know, whatever. I'll still describe it. Because
Yeah,
like,
fuck my feelings. Fuck my. Go ahead.
oh,
No,
you're
I
not
don't
wrong.
really care. I don't really care. I don't really care. Go ahead.
Okay. So like they're probably not gonna show this in the movie. Or if they do, it would be really cool. But in the book, like I said, he starts fucking like they leave him in this like fucking basin to die, to like starve to death. And he starts hallucinating, right? And he starts seeing his fucking father. And you're seeing all his thoughts, you're seeing his daughter quote at him. I mean not his daughter, his father. His father quoting at him. And you really start to get a backstory into his relationship with his father and what he's been doing and how he feels, and then he dies. Because
Mm.
like as the chapter kept going on, I'm holding out hope because I liked him. I thought he was cool. I'm like, there must be a reason. I was like, I guess he's gonna live. Is he gonna live? And then nope, he died. And I was like, oh man, like what a way to break my heart. Way to introduce me to the character, make him cooler than he was, even cooler than he already was, and then kill him. Kill him anyway. Oh man,
That's how they do it, man. They do
I don't
that
know if I
shit
wanted
in
to do
anime. They
that with.
just started introducing a side character. He cool, growing to like him. Out
Oh
of
yeah,
nowhere, he
yeah.
get clipped.
You learn about his fucking motivations right before he
The second you
dies.
learn about anyone's motivations that's not the protagonist, it's like, just say goodbye. Just say goodbye. It's like, man, it was nice knowing you, bro.
I felt that way about Zabuza and Naruto, bro. When he died, that shit hit me different. Ain't not
It was
he
supposed
wasn't a
to.
side.
It was
He
supposed
was a
to.
big character of that arc. He wasn't necessarily a side character, but I was just like, damn,
Like
this man was a
Zabuza's
real
death
one.
is supposed to hit you because it hit Naruto. Like he
Yeah.
learned a lot from watching that man die, which is kind of weird.
It's like when I was writing the thing that I'm writing, the comic book, there was a thing I was gonna do where every time you start to learn more about a character or they're kind of redeemed, they die. So
That's basically
every I was gonna go
that's just Attack on Titan, bro.
yeah.
It's like, damn, I really do like this nigga Gene dead. Oh man, that person. I'm saying random names, by the way. I don't know if they actually die. I don't think Gene dies, but like, oh man, Mikasa, I finally got her back dead. Eren, that nigga's cool as dead. Everyone just dies in that shit.
Wait, Aaron came back though.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying random names that I knew. None of the people I said actually die. I think.
Yeah, Mikasa was their
Like
best.
she doesn't die.
She was their best girl. I doubt she.
She's literally Superman. Like she is literally Superman.
She was on some neck shit.
Yeah, like you wanna know why? It's because she's Japanese. She's Japanese. The Ackerman, they're Japanese, so they're good. They're gods.
Represent your people. Why
Yeah.
not?
It's like,
oh man, that's crazy that they just had their whole race just like extinct in the in the universe. I wonder what made the writer decide to do that.
well, I think it's just like they're in a very specific location, so it's not like they're extinct, right? It's just like they don't exist in this part of the world.
Oh, because they meet a black person, right?
They meet a whole bunch of other people, and I don't even think this is spoilers because we're on season 4, part 3. So y'all niggas know that there are other places besides the fucking wall.
Yeah, because I
Season
saw
4,
something
part
about
3. Isn't that such a goofy thing to say?
what?
Season 4 has been broken down into 3 different parts.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, but season 1 of JoJo was 2 parts.
Was it?
Yeah, Battle Tendencies is like the second part
I don't remember.
of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure season 1. It's Phantom Blood and the Battle Tendencies.
You saying
Both
words
But
I don't
then
know.
they stopped doing that. They stopped doing that right after that season.
Both good seasons.
Yeah. Like right after that season, every time we meet a new JoJo, it focuses on them the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I will say though, clearly we don't give a fuck about MCU comedy because that shit's just not. That's just not a topic.
Going back to that.
It's not latching on. But I mean, we're gonna have to restructure this whole episode anyway, so I'm just gonna change the title.
I don't think I gave my position on it, but
Go ahead, give your position on it.
Even the
wow, no one asked, bro. No, I'm sorry.
The few we got some haters in the building side. The few movies that we've seen, that I've seen, when it comes to the MCU, I've seen like the comedy, you know, like especially with a movie like, no, I was gonna say Black Adam. That's DC, isn't it?
That is.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Like Adam was
But
trying very hard
they
to copy.
DC got some bad comedy in their movies too. They not exempt from that.
Yeah, not one
So-
joke in that fucking movie hit.
but
I'm trying to think of any joke in that movie that I thought was funny.
I didn't see Black
Um,
Adam, but you know what's
but-
kind of funny? Suicide the remake.
But
Oh,
there, my issue with it is and you know they both have the same thing in common with the comedy, which is you know they make it too family friendly, where it feels forced. Like these characters that are meant to be menacing and somewhat grim at times are cracking jokes, you know, and it just doesn't feel natural to the character.
I will
Not
say-
saying that they can't crack a joke, but it has to fit within their design. And I think that was the thing that I felt the most with Black Adam in particular, and sometimes with other MCU characters.
Yeah, I will say, when he said, tell him the man in black sent you," in the end, when he killed the guy, that part was
Yeah.
cool. Like that part at the end was cool when he said that. But
Or
The
when he
one
tossed the
thing-
guy and he looked, he was like, "Oh yeah, he's not gonna
oh,
be."
yeah, that shit
Yeah.
was hilarious. That shit was, yo,
Yeah.
because fucking Ray, he literally just tossed the guy and said,
Yeah,
the
you
line.
told me. I remember.
Oh yeah, that shit killed me. That shit was funny. Cause like the way he looked, it was the way he looked back and looking at him as
Yeah.
as he's soaring through the sky. He's like, yeah, that's not gonna be able to happen. And another part I thought was kind of funny was when the kid is telling him that he's not supposed to kill, and he's like, I'm not. Like he was like he's just so confused. Like he's just like, no, you're supposed to kill your enemies, right? Oh no, not that. When the woman was like, oh, she doesn't want her son to kill anybody. No, or like I forgot what it was. She doesn't want her son to kill
It's
anybody.
not even
and it was-
memorable, bro. That's crazy.
yeah, it wasn't that memorable. It was like something like he's like, oh, you don't want me to kill him? Oh, his father must kill him. I think he said something like that. Like he didn't understand she just didn't want anybody dying in her house at all. He thought
Yeah,
that
he-
she wanted to do it.
Yeah, I think he was like his father should be teaching him that, right? That's what
Yeah, I don't want you teaching my son to kill. It's like, oh yeah, you're right. His father should be teaching him that, right? That was funny. Because of his lack of understanding. Because that means man's is so used to kill. It's just part of his life. I mean, he came from harsher times. They
He
probably
did
were out there
indeed.
all the time. Like, have you ever seen like fucking information about that? Just how brutal life was years ago, like how you just die and shit.
No, I just know he got a bad wife, and I got a figurine in my room of him, and I don't know why.
Who? The Black
Adam?
Adam?
Yeah.
You have a Black Adam figure?
Yo, yeah. I heard that EJ saw the movie. He must be a fan, so I got him a figure. That's probably what happened. That's probably what
Yeah,
happened.
a random fun fact about my life. I got a figurine in.
What
Enough
kind
on
of?
that shelf back there.
Oh wait, it's an Injustice figurine, right?
I don't even know. I can go grab it and check.
I think I did see it. I think I did see that. I think
Yeah.
it was Injustice.
Let me go look at it real quick.
Yeah.
Might
Am
be.
I breaking up or anything?
No.
Making sure. Yeah, I think it was an Injustice figurine when I saw it. Let's see. Maybe it could be McFarlane Toys. McFarlane. Could be that too. I
don't know.
really see it close.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, the light is not doing it justice.
What does it
Looks
say on the
it's just
box
new
though?
52
It's
toy.
doing the injustice.
What does it say on the
It
box?
isn't
Does it say anything on the box?
Nah, none at all.
I think it's just a DC toy because he's wearing that cape, and he started wearing that cape in the. I think he looked.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
if this is part of like some comic book issue or something. But
Oh no, man,
That
I'm
was
not a
pretty
fan. I'm not a fan of Black
It says-
Adam.
just says DC Comics at the top.
Yeah, I think it's just a generic DC Comics figure. But man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, but I guess I can't. I now have posters. I showed you guys a Death Note poster. I have that now.
Yeah,
Weeb
look at you
ass
fanning
motherfucker,
out, man.
I could
Lame,
never
bro.
have
Lame, bro.
A poster of anything that I enjoy in my
Nah,
room.
you got that Naruto poster,
Ray-
bro. Stop
Yours
fronting out here.
has a very funny poster because it's upside down. It makes me laugh every time I look at it.
Yeah, dude. That poster. It's just there. I'm looking at it right now.
It just makes me laugh every time I look at it because it's upside down. And he just like, and I asked him why. He was just like, he just didn't feel like fixing it or some shit.
Yeah,
That's
I
what he
just don't
told
feel like fixing it. It was actually it was back here. It was a free poster I got. It's advertising some mobile game, right? So I got a free poster, right? I put it up here behind me before I got the ring light because I needed some contrast, but it wasn't good enough because a lot of the poster's pretty white. So then I took it down, but it still had the tape on it. So I couldn't roll it back up. So I just put it up on that random wall, and I ended up putting it upside down. And I looked at it, I was like, it's fine like this.
like this. But it's funny. It's a conversation start. Has anyone ever asked you?
No
about
one
it?
has ever asked me about it.
So
No one gives a shit. That's just so sad. You are the only person. I think like one other person has asked me, and I was like, I just don't feel like fixing it. But like, they're like, okay. Like no one else. Like I've actually brought people who have never been to my room to this room, and they have never asked about it.
You're saying it as if they're supposed to pry into that. Like,
well, no, I'm just saying like no one's asked me. Like he asked if anyone's asked, and no one else has asked.
I notice it every time. We kind of have like a little mental chuckle. It's just like the absurdity of it makes it funny. The fact that it's just upside down.
There used to be a smaller poster under it that was right side up too, so it stood out even more. Because like, why is this one up right and that one's wrong? The smaller poster fell finally, and I just didn't put it back up. I don't even know where it is. Oh, there it is.
I was reading Jordan Peterson's book a little while ago, and I came across a line that always makes me laugh. He had a friend who had this car that was all beat up and just like crazy, right? Just beaten up and crazy because the guy would like go out swerving and crashing into things all the time. And he had a bumper sticker that said, "Be alert. The world needs more alerts."
That's pretty funny.
That shit kills me every time. I'm like, man, I wish I could have seen that car. Be alert. The world needs more alerts. Oh my god.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a "How's my driving" sticker.
How's my driving? Yeah, it would be even better if your car's all beaten up and terrible. The "How's my driving" sticker would be beautiful. But yeah,
it's like, oh, report me, called XYZ. You ever see those stickers on the back of trucks where it's like, I think it's like on like school buses, like "How's my driving?" Like there's a number you can call. So if you ever want to fuck over a school bus, just call that number, bro. Just be like, yeah, this guy's swerving, that guy's gonna get fired like that.
Yeah. One of the bus drivers on my route got replaced, actually. I don't know if he got replaced because he left or I don't know, but he's gone now, replaced by a new guy. Yep. And every time I see the guy, he's very friendly.
Was the other guy not friendly?
Huh?
Was the other guy not friendly?
Not as friendly as the new guy, no. Like the other guy would like, he only would say hi to me when I said hi to him. Then he started saying hi to me because I'm saying it. But the new guy is just like, "What's up, my brother?" And like every time.
Because he's new. He's like, man, I'm happy to have work. He's like, man, I love getting up every day and doing my job.
Yeah. Man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man. Speaking of my job, man.
Whoa, buddy. Who asked? Who asked?
Who asked? The second time you did that, bro. You can't do that twice. Come on.
Yeah, you can. I gotta do it 3 times, in fact.
You get one.
Nah, you gotta do it 3 times, bro.
When Spider-Man saves you, you only get one.
Well, then you both would have gotten the one, so it's still accurate, bro. Come on.
Yeah, it can only happen once per stream.
Nah. Everyone gets one. If you're gonna quote the thing, say it right. Everyone gets one.
Yo,
tell him, Peter.
Speaking of Spider-Man, real quick, you guys read the comics? Is the
I've never read a Spider-Man comic in my life, actually.
What's that? Yeah, is she hotter in the comics than Mary Jane? Because in the movie, you know what I'm saying? She was definitely more attractive than, shout out to the girl that played Mary Jane. She attractive too, but it was just night and day. You know what I'm saying? He should have, picked her to be the love of his life.
Gwen is way hotter than Mary Jane, even in the comics. Okay. Gwen is hotter, but
so they stay true to that.
I don't think it's true every single time.
No.
But this man has a thing for blonde, so he's biased. He's biased as fuck.
Little headband she has and everything.
He likes the Gwen aesthetic more, but I think canonically, One, canonically, Peter pull all bad bitches. If you a bad bitch in the Spider-Man universe, that nigga Peter Parker gonna pull you by accident.
He from Queens, bro. We get nothing but
Nah. Don't act fake now, nigga. Fake as fuck.
In the DC universe, is Nightwing.
Yeah, in DC universe, that nigga Nightwing, if you a baddie and exist, that nigga Nightwing gonna pull you by accident. But
Nightwing is so bad. Nightwing has so much risk. He's been raped by a woman.
Come on, we having a good ass time, and
why you have to do that, bro? Go on,
man. Yo, yeah. See, this is that lizard sex moment right here. Yo, we having a great time.
Anywhere, bro.
It happened. A girl like tricked him into having sex with her on the rooftop.
Can't take this man with you anywhere, yo.
And that nigga Batman was disappointed. He came, he looked at him, he's like, oh, disgusting. Like that nigga Batman don't be doing that shit every other weekend with Catwoman. Anyway. But
man, no, remember the Killing Joke movie where he had sex with
I heard something like that happened in that movie. Something crazy.
I don't even know why that happened, bro. That shit was weird.
He had sex with that girl. And the reason why it was so weird.
It wasn't rape, but he was just
he didn't say it was. Right? I don't know why you even put that thought out there.
I thought it was rape.
Nah.
I was consensual, but it was just weird because she's like his protege. And
she's like his daughter's age, bro. Like he's like friends with her dad.
Yeah.
He knows Nightwing be clapping. Like he knows that they got a thing going on. Bro, it's just like every bad thing that could, like every code in bro code, that nigga broke it right there. Like every single one. He slept with his friend's daughter. He slept with his son's girlfriend. He basically slept with his own daughter the way he treat her. He slept with, bro, every wrong thing you could do in the bro code, that nigga did in that moment.
It was still a good movie, though, right?
It was okay.
It's an okay film.
It's all right. It's a decent film.
Yeah, but it made it hard to like the movie with that.
I like the comic better. The comics better.
In the comics, Mary is supposed to be like the firebrand to Gwen's goody two shoes. Like Gwen is supposed to be like the good one, the good girl.
Yeah, she's the goody two shoes, right? She hits Parker's more nerdy side. Like they can like sit there and talk about quantum reality or whatever. Like just have those types of talks. But Mary Jane's, she's the firecracker. She's exciting. She's down for whatever, right? Like she's the manic pixie girl a lot of times.
Yeah, Gwen seemed like she down for whatever. Not gonna lie.
No, but in the movies a little different. It's kind of reversed. Right?
Yeah, it seemed like it.
Yeah,
it seemed like Mary Jane. You know, she educated. She focused on her career. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't Stacey in the later movies was like that too? Oh no, you're talking about in the first movie that Gwen. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Gwen.
yeah.
Was hot.
There was Gwen in the first movie.
Pull that up, man.
There's a Gwen in the.
She was hot, bro.
Hey, jog your memory, bro. Jog your memory.
I remember her. She was hot, man. Oh my god. Spider-Man 3. He was dancing with her in the club.
Was that a club? This lady.
Yeah.
This lady.
All right, let me put it on the stream.
Had you think about making some wrong decisions.
Yeah, here, let me put it in the stream so you guys can see it. This one.
Like I don't want to be right today. I don't want to be right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see why y'all fucking with this. This is the wrong one.
Like,
this is the wrong one.
Bro.
This is the wrong one.
That's what I was talking about the whole time, bro.
I thought you were talking about this one.
Actual comic book character.
Nah, isn't that Emma something?
Stone?
Emma Stone, yeah.
I mean, she looks nice. She looks nice too. Wait, go down real quick. That's disrespectful. He already did that with Mary.
Oh, this?
No, him kissing her upside down. If I was Mary, I would be mad. I would be mad angry.
Why would you be married, bro?
Oh yeah,
because here's this.
Angry. I do remember. Remember, she was mad in Spider-Man.
Oh wait, wasn't this like televised? Doesn't this happen on TV?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now I'd be tight too. I'd be tight, bro. In fact, that shit happened to me in real life, right? Like me and this girl had this spot where we found it together. It was like a secret spot. We would hang out and chill, bro. She started talking to another nigga. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I took this guy to the spot." I was like, this bitch. Bro.
You thought you was the only one? He thought you was the only one.
Played me for a fool, bro. Played me for a fool.
Damn.
I never went back to that spot again. Never went back.
Damn, bro. You gotta take a new girl there.
Nah,
bro.
you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. It's
Come on,
not the
man.
same. It's not the same. I thought about
Yeah,
it.
because then you just feel stupid. You feel like you're only doing it to get
Yeah,
back.
yeah. He's like, yeah, I brought bitches here too. Like, that's goofy. It's goofy.
Or like the fucking.
Shout out to Gwen, man. Damn.
No.
The Gwen.
What about the Gwen in Spectacular Spider-Man? Which one was hotter, right?
Bro, that
Gwen
girl,
or Mary?
I'm
watching
pretty
the-
sure it was Mary Jane, right?
Yeah, it's 100% Mary Jane. Yeah,
Because when you said it, I was like, wasn't she busted on purpose? Like,
yeah, she wasn't busted, but she just was designed to look very nerdy. No.
Yeah, Mary Jane.
Mm-mm-mm.
Do you?
here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rick James too.
Oh, look, they even have a picture of both of them right here. This is
Let's see. Let's take a look and re-jog our memory and see which one is more.
Jog that memory.
yeah,
man.
bro. I'm sorry, it's not even a competition. It's really not. It's not
Well,
a
let me see.
competition.
You're not sharing it.
I'm not sharing it because it's not for your eyes, bro. Now here it is.
I'm curious.
It's not for your eyes, bro.
Like, look at this.
Oh, this is animated. I thought this was like.
This is the Spectacular Spider-Man show where, like, this is what she looks like normally, right?
Look at the meme. Look at the meme.
Oh, the meme. yeah. I mean, this was basically what the plot of the show was. Like, he was talking with Glenn, he's really enjoying her time, and then Mary shows up and is like, "Hey, Tiger," and he's just like, "I don't know what I was talking about when I was looking at that other chick, bro. I don't know." Like, I just.
Well, that's the meme. That's the meme from the. There's a similar meme like.
Oh yeah,
that.
no, like they just
Yeah,
redrew
they
it.
based it on that meme.
Like, here's Mary Jane
Okay.
Watson. Like, where'd she go? Like, here's Mary Jane Watson, and then here's Gwen Stacy in the same show. Like, this is her without her glasses.
Kind of hard to compare to animated. They're not real people.
Yeah,
so
I was saying, like,
yeah.
Well, you don't have cartoon crushes, EJ?
like, this is what she normally looked like. She was supposed to be like kind of. She's like stereotypical nurse. She got the thick glasses. Her hair's not as kept, but she's real smart. And then there's Mary Jane, who's
Have
like.
you ever had a cartoon crush, EJ? Ever in your life?
You asked me, nah. No, it's not something that
Never.
Was
Like,
it-
not even as a kid.
Is this like a natural thing?
I won't
like,
lie.
hey.
Like, I generally
Yeah,
I don't
I-
do that shit either. Like, I
At
don't.
one point in your life, did you have one? Like,
Probably.
You know what?
Let me see.
You know what? Nah, I'll say this. We were all in the movie watching the fucking Hotel Transylvania, and we were like, that chick kind of cute.
Oh yeah, her.
What's her name? Maribel? Mabel, I think.
And then we decided it was okay because she was like 1,600 years old.
She was like 118.
Oh yeah, like 118.
We were also like, what, 16?
Yeah. You guys want to?
Oh, her name is Mavis. Her name is Mavis. Yeah, we
remember
were
I
like,
used to
oh,
have
she's cute. She's a cute kid.
This is gonna make me sound weird. But I
a
don't
cute
care.
kid.
We were kids too.
Oh,
It's
stop.
okay. Don't do
Okay.
that. We were kids too.
I used to
Stop
have a
that.
crush
Stop that.
when I was a kid.
Stop that.
When I was a kid, I had a crush on the girl from Lazy Town. And
Oh,
I
my
wouldn't watch
God.
the I didn't watch the show.
That's an actual person though. That's
a
not.
real person, but yeah. But I'm saying I didn't watch the show as I got older because I was scared. I was,
He was like, what if I
like,
still
why-
have a crush?
yeah, I was like, yo, what if I turned on the show and I still had a crush on her? I was like, nah, she's a
You'd
good
probably
ass woman.
Probably
She's
go to
older
jail
than
for
me.
that.
Huh?
Probably go to jail for that.
Yes,
Probably
I
get
never
it.
watched the show
Oh,
again.
that's
Oh,
right.
she has
So
a
you
TikTok
probably get,
now?
as Barry would say, you probably get into some legal trouble for that.
Oh, is this her?
Wait, you looking at Lazy Town girl?
This is her, like aged up.
Yeah, she's attractive. She's still attractive.
Fire for that. Anyway, imagine.
Fire for that. Fire for fight.
But yeah,
Oh,
this
that's what
is-
she looks like. She wore the costume again?
Yeah, she's just on TikTok.
No,
I guess
this is a different girl. This is the second one.
this is the second one. Where's the? I guess it's not the first one. Oh, is this the first
This is
one?
the second
And it looks like Ariana Grande.
What? What? No,
You don't think so?
not at all.
I'm pretty sure
Very,
it's the second girl. Yeah.
maybe I'm caught up in the
Actually, they're
appearance
showing.
part of it, but not her actual face.
Oh, is that his actual chin? That's crazy. That's prosthetic, right? That's prosthetic.
Wait, I
His-
can't see what you're showing me.
oh, hold on, wait. Look at this shit.
Nah, it's not.
That's prosthetic.
Ah,
That's prosthetic. It has
ah.
to be. It has to be prosthetic, bro.
Take that off the screen, bro. The people don't need to see that.
That has to be prosthetic.
It's prosthetic. You know he's gone now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Rip Robbie Rotten. Man, Sporticus was
Yeah.
so cool.
I know
Cool,
this is a random comment, but you know the guy that did Blue's Clues, he said he was depressed while he was doing it. I read that somewhere.
I
While
believe
he was
it.
doing that show.
Didn't Toby kind of talk about something similar?
A lot of people who do things for a really, really long time, they get that way. It's like they don't want to be doing it anymore, but they feel like they're stuck. Like I remember, like I think Toby didn't want to do Spider-Man anymore because like he was Spider-Man at that point. Like he couldn't do anything. He
Yeah,
couldn't get
actors hate
casted
getting
in other
typecasted.
things.
A lot of them go through that typecasting. Where,
That's why in the MCU, Captain America takes his helmet off every 10 seconds to remind you that he's Chris Evans.
yeah.
Like
That's why
literally
Thor
when they-
didn't have the blonde hair for a while because
Yeah.
he wasn't Thor. He
Yeah.
was Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
He-
they literally when they get these contracts, they have written into their contracts that their actual face must be shown this many times, like that kind of thing. Yeah.
Because even let's say you're getting typecasted for something that everybody beloved, like you don't have any haters, it's still that takes away from your identity, you know. And people, that's not enough to just be constantly praised for something that you did. You want to be seen for your versatility or just being able to pursue other options.
Also, it's just
And
like people start liking you for the character, like that. You're not you anymore. You're not
Yeah,
Tobey Maguire. You
It's
are
that-
Peter Parker.
I feel like low key, Chadwick Boseman was going through that with Black Panther. Not saying he had other good roles that he played. Like he played Jackie Robinson. He was also Thurgood Marshall.
I feel he's a little
But-
different because he at least had those other roles at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you what Toby was in besides Spider-Man when he was Spider-Man.
Pleasantville.
Cider House Rules.
At the same time,
Yeah.
I think that's before
Pleasantville
that.
came out around the same time. Yeah. Pleasantville was out around.
Tobey
right?
Maguire roles.
Pleasantville was in that same little time frame. That was a good movie too. I like
So
Pleasantville.
he was in Babylon, and that's too early. Cider House Rules was 1999. Spider-Man came out in 2002. Seabiscuit?
He's in Fear and Loathing, but that's also before Spider-Man.
Yeah, like I'm trying to see like things that were in the same time.
Yeah.
He's in this. It's called Details, I think. Nope, that was after the Spider-Man trilogy. The trilogy starts 2002 and ends in 2007. Things that
No,
are
it's
in between.
2007. Oh, did that shit end in 2010 or 2008?
2000 Spider-Man 3 came out in 2007.
Oh,
But even if you had other movies that existed, it still has to depend on how they were received because
well, the thing was,
actors don't get their big break sometimes. Like they could have done a string of movies, but until that one movie they became well known for, they were just like a mediocre actor to everyone else.
The thing is, it messes with their employment opportunities too. Because when you get
Yeah.
typecasted, then you can't get casted as anything else because you.
So yeah, he
Like,
was
You're
stuck
he
in that
was
same
Peter
role,
Parker in Spider-Man. Then he was in Seabiscuit. Then he did Spider-Man 2. The Good German, Spider-Man 3. He was in two other things between the Spider-Man trilogy.
The hell
right?
is Seabiscuit?
It's the movie
Oh, that's on the
about-
horse, right?
Yeah,
That's
I
on the
think it's
horse. Yeah,
about
I'm bugging.
horse.
Bugging. I remember that.
That shit look goofy. Do
You don't fuck with Seabiscuit, bro?
you fuck with Seabiscuit?
But I'll probably watch it tonight. See if I fuck with it.
You wanna watch it
We should
tonight?
probably add
All
that-
right, watch,
probably add that
bro.
for movie night.
We stream it tomorrow. If we stream it tomorrow, I'm gonna ask you. I want a 12-page essay on Seabiscuit, bro. 12-page essay. Times 12. Times New Roman font.
You want the whole
Double
presentation
spaced?
on Seabiscuit, bro?
Yeah, bro. I need your whole presentation, bro.
Whole abstract?
Yup,
A literature
I need the
review?
whole thing. Won't you? I don't know if you fuck with it.
What is it they used to call it in high school? Socratic. Not Socratic. It was
Socratic
something.
seminar. Socratic seminar.
That's what it was called when you had to do that after the fucking thing. I hated those fucking things.
Yeah, why? You love to talk, bro. That was
Nah,
perfect.
not about that stupid shit. Yeah.
I when you actually like go into detail about things that I just don't enjoy. It was like, oh yeah, like tell me about this thing. It's like it was a movie. Like I hate when it's like you have to talk good about
Say
something.
that. You love to say it was a movie.
It was an
I
experience.
like I hate when it's like, all right, you have to tell me some good things about this. It's like, well, I don't have any good things to say. It's like, well, find good things. It's like that's not how that works, bro. Like if I generally didn't like something, like I didn't like it. Like I can tell you why I didn't like it. They don't want to hear
I
that.
was like, oh, find some good things to say about it. The end credits. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. It's like if you want me to give you a review of something, let me give you a review. Don't be like, all right, tell me why you enjoyed this. Why? I was like, I didn't enjoy that actually. It's like, well, tell me what you're related to. It's like, nigga, I'm at high school. That nigga's 32, has a wife and kids, and has a what? Relate to what, nigga? Like relate to what?
Right? Like I thought this whole shit was lame, but I can't say that because
No, I actually got in trouble for that once. Like they were like, tell me if you want to or if you want to have a pet or not. I was like, yeah, I don't want to have a pet for these reasons. And they're like, why you gotta be the only one to ruin the thing? Everyone in the class was talking about how they wanted a pet, and literally, like my teacher is the one bullying me for not wanting a pet. And he's like, go rewrite it. I literally had to rewrite the thing, even though the prompt was like, tell me if you want one or not. And I literally was just like, yeah, having a pet would be great because it would love me.
it would love me.
I'd have to clean up after it. Yeah, it'd be so fun to just sit there and have a pet. I'd enjoy it so much.
You don't want to be loved, right?
Not by a dog.
Why not?
Because I don't need to. I'm good.
You over here grasping at the straws.
Honestly, the reasons I didn't want to have a pet were actually pretty mature. Because everyone else I say was like, yeah, you have all the fun. I was like, yeah, bro, I don't want to have to take care of it. I have to feed it. I have to water it. Like I'd have to take care of this thing. Like that's a lot of responsibility. I was in 5th grade when we were writing these essays. I was like, that's a lot of responsibility. And like I know like my parents would like make me do all that shit. I was like, I don't want to do that. That's something I generally know I didn't want to do. And they were like, nah, change it.
Nah.
I was like, yeah, there's a bunch of shit I can't do if I have a pet. Because, you know, like there's like a lot of times, like you remember you couldn't go in certain places with your pet. So it's not even like, oh yeah, I get a pet and then like I have this perfect best friend with me all the time. It's like, nah, if you lonely in your house, then yeah, you're gonna enjoy having a pet. But if you trying to go outside,
you just leave the pet there. Put some water or something.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of the time it would just be me leaving the pet at my house. Like, so why would I get a pet to leave it at my house by itself?
Then you would come back and it was like nibbling on your PlayStation and shit and eating your games.
That too, I was like, yo, all the shit that I have that would knock over, I was like, yo, I don't want it. I'm good. And they're like, nah, change your answer. I was like, yo, what the fuck, bro?
Nah, change your answer.
I really find that shit so goofy when I watch people's Instagrams and they're showing their dogs being like ripping up their shit or their cat, and they're just like, oh, look what I found.
They're like, oh, Rocco. I was like, nigga, you gotta replace the whole.
That little nigga ruined your house.
Bro, all those videos where you come home and then, like, your house is actually in shambles and you're like, who did it? Who is the bad boy? Nigga, you're not taking that shit to the homeless shelter right now.
Yeah, I'd walk in, look around, see everything. The next scene would be him in a cage sitting there in a pet shelter. And you just see me at home. I fucking open up a soda. I fucking kick back.
All the videos is like, man, every time I cook, my pet just looking at me begging for food. I'm like, yeah, I'm not with that shit. I'm not with that shit, bro.
I feel like when they turn that camera off, they're gonna whip that dog ass.
Bro, someone literally got in trouble for that. She was on camera talking about how much she loves her dog or whatever, but she forgot she was rolling and she started beating that dog. She started like hitting him. She's like, why don't you ever do what I want you to? Got fucking PETA on her ass real quick. You don't remember? You didn't see the video? You didn't see the video? Hold on, let me see if I found the video.
That's crazy. What a stupid bitch.
Jesus.
Oh, she wasn't a TikToker. She was a YouTuber.
How do you do that right after? Like, how do you do, like, that's some movie shit, you know? Like,
yo, this is like, I'm just like, how do you accidentally upload this shit?
That's what I'm saying. How did that happen? You sure she didn't do it on purpose?
Bro, she's smacking the fuck out this dog. This is not a
I
joke.
can't see it.
Nah, don't show that. Don't show that. Don't show that. That's kind of cruel.
Oh,
Don't show it. All right, I'll show it to you
Yeah.
guys. I won't show it to everyone else though. Here,
yeah, because YouTube might flag it or some bullshit.
it's on YouTube. Where you think I found the video?
Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't
but
matter.
Yeah, I know,
might-
but like here,
yeah.
yeah, she gonna start smacking.
Kind of
this
hot.
shit.
Kind of hot, but after
Yeah, I was
what
just
you
about to
said-
say the same thing. Oh,
Tell you, she boxing this dog, bro.
That's a
Look at her.
Rottweiler, bro.
She's aggressive with this shit. You can't hear what she's saying because I muted it for the stream. But she is cursing this dog out. Look at her. Look at her. She does not enjoy having this thing around. She's not happy, bro.
That's a big dog to be boxing up.
all he's doing is giving her love too. He's not even.
Bro,
mean.
he is happy to be. Look at her, bro. Like, crazy.
Oh no, she went on camera. Is she really about to fuck him up now?
She's just yelling at him. She's you seen the reflection in the TV.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, how did
She
you do
accidentally uploaded the unedited footage to her channel, and luckily someone caught it before she deleted it.
that? That's
Shorty's a clown for that, man. You clown.
Bro, but she
yeah,
like
she's a
she's
real-
really out here. Oh, what's this? Oh,
Wait, you can say her name, Brooke,
bro, is it
Clout, Brooke Houts.
Brooke Houts?
Brooke
Bro,
Houts.
like YouTube already had a field day with her, bro. They already had a field day with her.
Oh,
I was so
someone-
surprised you didn't see it.
Someone talking about Velma.
Yes, I'm gonna watch this later.
Penguin Zero.
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
All right.
I'll send you a link.
Where,
All right.
where we at, Tom? 'Cause
We're 2 hours in, but
Fanatical.
really only 1 hour in.
That's why I kept going. That's why I didn't really end it because I figured we might as well give
Shout out to
them.
Ref for letting me know that I fucked up. Thanks.
You guys got anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to talk about your hairline because we haven't said that in a while. But other than that, no, we're
let me tighten my cat.
Double D looking ass nigga.
Too hard, yo. Chill. That was a little bit too hard. The fuck you laughing at him for? Chill. This man almost died, bro. He blew a gasket.
But any topics you guys want to actually talk about?
Not right now, no.
Actually, topics we actually want to talk.
So you got all right, go lay it out there, bro. Lay it out there. Nah, say with your chest, bro.
Besides the way he said that, actually.
Because besides the hairline thing, I think it was
Besides that.
saying actually.
Oh,
Yeah, no, not right now.
Well, let's go to hypothetical then.
All right,
Let's go to
drop one then.
hypothetical. Let me see. I didn't ask this one on stream.
Oh, no, you did.
Would you rather be the best player on a bad team or the worst player on a great team?
Man, this was a.
What was
I think when I saw
you?
this,
Bad player on a good team or the best player on a bad team?
yeah, this is a hard question. A very hard question.
All right, I feel like it would depend on where I am in life, right? Like, I feel like if I was like in high school, like, and I was like really shining, I'd probably want to be the best player on like a bad team. Because if I could like pull off a carry, I could like get noticed, get some clout for college,
yeah.
right?
Well, what if you have no option of getting
The chicks on the sideline, like, yo, look at Ray. He's shouldering all
Yeah,
this
but what
weight.
if you have no option of being removed from the team? You're like stuck with whatever team you choose.
No, I'm saying like I'd be thinking about the future. Like, all right, like I'll get a real good score here, so when I go to college, I'd be like, yo, here's my stats, and like I'd set myself up pretty, when I'm like playing for the college.
I'm saying
team.
like, what if like let's imagine now in the future, and it's like you're on this team, like you're like 30 years old, like
why would I
there's
still be on the
there's
team if
nothing
I'm,
after this.
an adult? Like I
There's
work for my
nothing
high school
after this.
team.
Huh?
Like I was a high school team. Why am I still on it? I'm confused.
No, I'm saying answer the question as if now this is the team that you're just on.
Oh yeah, no. If I was an adult, I'd be okay with being
like-
the worst
Like, if
person on
you're
a good
not
team.
bright, bro, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah, I'd be okay because I'd be like, I'd still be there winning, bro. We'd be celebrating every day. I was like, we won, we won. Chilling,
You'd rather be the bad player.
bro. Because imagine you're a grown ass man and you taking off your time to go play this game with these guys, and they're
Like
ass,
at the
bro.
MCU.
and they're ass, bro. Because now I'd be looking at it as like, I really did. I'm wasting my whole Saturday playing this game, like a sport I enjoy, but I can't go nowhere. I'm not having no fun. I'm stressed every 2 seconds because every time I think I have a good play, these niggas fumbling the ball. Like, I'm not gonna be having a good time.
That's how these older guys be at the YMCA on the weekend when they be hooping. Like they be stressed out, like they going to the NBA.
Because that's my free time, bro.
This is the highlight of your life.
That's
bro.
my free time, and y'all are ass, bro. Come on. You can't be like, it's okay. I'm not saying you got to be LeBron or nothing, but come on.
I think I would rather be the good player on the bad team. And I say this because
the best player on the bad team.
I just don't want to be lame, man. I just don't want to be lame.
I want to be lame. I want to be lame.
I just can't. Could you, like, it would just be so depressing. It would be so, because, like, everyone else is good.
How lame is lame? Because in my mind, it's like I'm not that far from, like I'm the worst, but I'm not that far.
Exactly. It's only compared. That's a good way of looking at it.
That's what I was like, so how lame am I? How lame am I? Like, all right, let's put this kind of, how lame are you, bro?
He said bad player. That means
he said you're the worst player on the team. That doesn't mean you're bad.
So there's a comparison.
Yeah, so that's what I said.
So that's what I was like, how bad am I?
If it's a good team, then you could just be an average player.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how bad am I? If I'm the worst player on a good team. Like, how bad am I?
You might be the worst player on a great team. It's a lot of talented people. You just happen to be the worst in comparison.
Like, I'll be the worst player on Miami Heat. I'll take that shit.
Yeah, but when you join another group, you dominant. You know what I'm saying? You're dominant.
Yeah,
Nobody
you just happen to be playing with fucking Kobe and LeBron.
Yeah. Like, I'll be bro. If I'm an NBA player, but I'm the worst NBA player, like, what you gonna say to me? Well, I'm not LeBron, but neither is you, niggas. The fuck?
Oh, did something like that happen? There was something like that. Did something like that happen recently?
Probably.
Some guy got challenged to a game and he supposedly wasn't that good and he kicked the other person's ass.
Yeah. And then his comment to the guy afterwards was like, "I'm close to being the best player in the NBA than you are to making the NBA or some shit." I think it was like, a good
I'm closer
statement.
to being the best than you are closer. That's.
Yeah, so in that thought, you know what? Because being the best player. You know, it could, for a little while.
No. He said, I'm closer to being the best player than you are closer than being better than me. That's what he said. I was like, shit.
But because like being the best player, you feel cool for a little bit. You're really good, but then like you would start to get frustrated as you're not winning any games and everyone else sucks.
Like, I feel like you wouldn't be having fun if you were the best player on a worse team. Like, you're an adult.
Yeah, you can't have fun.
No, but nobody could say anything to you. Nobody could talk shit to you though.
Yeah, they could. I've lost every game.
They can laugh at you. Because imagine now.
Oh, it's not true.
Imagine you go to a dinner.
Yo, nigga, you think, bro, you thinking shit talking that matters? You think that matters in shit talk? Yeah. I could be literally LeBron James and niggas going shit talk me. Like, come on.
All the time. He gets mad. He be kicking niggas out the game.
It happens in video games, like on Call of Duty. You dominate another team, you still have a white boy calling you the N-word. Like, you're trash, you're trash.
Yeah, it's like, yo, bro, like I said, if I'm an adult and this is a recreational activity, I'll be the worst player on the team. I'm cool with it. But if I'm a youngin' and I'm
making money though, what if this is your livelihood?
If this was my livelihood, I'm gonna be the best player because then I have opportunity to leave maybe.
No, but let's say you don't have the opportunity to leave. Like,
am I getting paid by the amount of points I sink? Because then I want to be the best. If I'm not getting paid by the amount of points, then it doesn't matter. Because either way, we're losing.
You're the most valuable player. You probably will be paid.
Ray, how do you view it when it comes to video games, like League of Legends, for example? Would you rather, like, when you're playing that?
I'd rather be the worst player on the team. Well, 100%. Because that means we're gonna win. Because all I gotta do is not feed. All I gotta do is not lose. That's it. Just don't lose. I bet I can do that. I won't lose.
You just ride the victory, right?
Yep.
Is that a party that mind's being carried though? Like some kind of competitive pride.
Who gives a fuck?
Nah, nigga. If you competitive, it means you want to win, right? If me not losing is me leading me to victory, or else sometimes you gotta like assess the situation. You're like, all right, the enemy team is just better than me in this game, right? Like right now, like they're just better than me. All I gotta do is make sure that nigga doesn't get ahead of me. That's it. And I've done that. There are just times like where you're just like, all right, this guy is really good. Just make sure he doesn't. I starve him for resources.
Yeah.
Just starve him for resources.
This is kind of unrelated, but I remember when I went to a ref's boy's house and they were playing Super Smash Brothers, but they were really fucking good. Like they were like these niggas were talking about how they play the tournaments and shit,
Oh
and they gonna turn to
no!
me and say, "Yeah, they gonna turn to me and say you want to play." I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
It was your ass tonight. It was your ass
You're
tonight.
like, nah, I'm straight.
I was like, "Nah." I was like, "Nah." They're like, "Nah, you can play." I was like, "Play for what?" Like,
The
Play
question-
for what? Play for what? That's the quote right there.
This hypothetical is really relative to like who it is in the group. You know, to be completely honest, because if you're in a like if the whole entire group is trash, but you're the best player of a trash group, what kind of value does that really hold? You're only
Oh yeah,
you're only
if
good.
you're just the best player on the
You're
trash
good
team, you can still be
garbage. You're
trash
good
too.
garbage. You're
Yeah,
good
you can
garbage.
still be trash.
You know, and then the flip side to it is like it's like you could be in a room full of lions. You know what I'm saying? And you just happen to not be as strong. But if you're in a room filled with
All right, but
lesser
what's your answer,
competition,
EJ? What's your answer?
I look at it from I don't know, it's hard. I would like to say based off of my experiences being on teams in my personal life and how that's viewed and my role in it, I would like to say I want to be the best player on a bad team.
That's ego. Look at him.
Ego, ego.
it's ego.
I'm giving it to my ego on that one. I am.
I mean, even when I
Because
answered the question, it was ego. I just
yeah,
didn't want to be lame.
because I don't want to be lame. I don't want anybody to have. I mean, people are gonna say stuff regardless. You're right about that, Ray. Like people are gonna like if you're not winning, if you're losing all the time, but your numbers are good and you're dominating, nobody cares about that. It's about wins and losses at the end of the day.
Like,
For a lot of
imagine if
people.
LeBron was like on the worst NBA team. Like, imagine he's as
Yeah.
good as he is, but he's just on the worst team. Like, no one could capitalize on any of the good plays he's
And
doing.
they used to say that about him, actually.
Really?
In the
I mean, the
game.
Cavaliers were trash, but they weren't the worst team in the NBA. He just couldn't win it. He couldn't win a championship. So
Yeah, but they used to make that joke, right? They used to make the joke about how he had a trash team and he was carrying them, right?
yeah,
I don't
but
know. I
mean
didn't
that was
follow him, but I just
that was
understand.
more
Like,
that was more uplifting for him though. If anything, that wasn't like a detriment to him. You know.
Not 'cause I feel like I'd be annoyed. Like, imagine you go to a dinner and they just out there just like, yeah, they just sit there.
almost
making
had him
fun
this
of
time, huh? Like, you just hear that all the time. Almost had him. Maybe next time. And you know that they're not serious. Like, you're not getting them, bro. You weren't even
'Cause
close.
You got to think like even the best player on a bad team, like you're still in that. You're still getting some kind of attention or notice. You're the worst player on a great team. Like, sure, you're winning all the time, but what kind of attention are you going to be receiving?
Bro,
Like,
if you were talking strictly NBA, I'd 100% be the worst player on a good team. Because that
you're not
means
getting no shoe deals. You're not getting no sponsorship.
nigga, I'm still getting paid. I might not be getting
You are.
LeBron money, but I'm getting
You're not getting-
paid. And my
getting
body isn't going to be
commercials.
decaying in my 30s because I'm not playing
Movie
as hard.
deals.
You're crazy. That's
Nah,
just
I
a
need the
free
movie deals,
bag, bro. That's
the
a
movie
free
deals, bro.
bag.
I want to make a cameo in like in a comedy movie, bro.
Nah, I'm
Like,
good.
superstars get that.
I'm good.
You know
I
what
don't
I'm
need the
saying?
fame. I just need the money. I'm good.
I want
I'm
both.
good, bro.
Like I said, it's an ego thing for me. I just have to be better than other people.
I'm good, bro. I if it was strictly NBA, worst
And then
player on
I get
best.
that. And then I look inwardly. Like even if I'm winning, I don't feel good about it. Like that's the weird thing about it. Like
All right, Kobe. All right,
I've been on
Kobe.
teams where I'm carried, right? Where like, I mean, yeah, someone's carrying me. And I'm just like, damn, we won, but like I didn't do shit. Like it's like when you do it when you
I feel like even Ray's talking now. I feel like Ray would feel that. He would think. I know Ray. I know Ray would feel
You know
that.
me?
it's like
I don't
it's
think
like,
you do.
damn.
I don't think you
You definitely
do.
gonna feel that. You have that pride. You gonna
It's
feel
like,
that.
damn, am I that ass? Like, am I that ass? Like shit.
So yeah, I'm
Ray
really
get
looking at it
carried.
like if it's strictly NBA. Like if it's NBA, sure. If it's a regular old schmegular thing, yeah, nah, I'd probably be like, nah, I want to be good. Well, I'm not even into sports, so that's why it's
Yeah,
different.
Ga-
If you talk
but
about
gaming,
video
gaming, you'll
games,
gladly, gaming, you'll gladly do a play.
I gotta at least try to be better than other people.
At least if you're in the NBA to begin with, you must be some kind
Well,
of.
all right. What if not now, like your present situation, but what if like in with gaming, you was in some tournament, like you was on a team like a MLG tournament, It's a 5-on-5. You know what I'm saying? You guys are trying to win. Money involved. You're trying to win a trophy.
Look,
You know what
man,
I'm
as soon as you
saying?
put money involved, I'd rather be on the better team. As soon as you put
Me
money
too.
involved.
I'm trying
Like
to win.
if it's just for clout, I'd rather be the best person on the worst team. If it's for clout, like
If you're talking about I'm gonna win a trophy and some money, I'm trying to be on the good teams. I
yeah,
get
like,
that trophy and that money.
like look, man, I'm okay. I'll put my pride aside for the larger goal. But if the whole goal is my pride, nigga, call me Vegeta, bro. I got that
But
same pride.
you got to think about it though, right? Like we brought up Kobe and LeBron, right? They won championships. When you look at those championship teams, you know, where they won, and you look at the entire roster from like, you know, the top to bottom, nobody's talking about the bottom niggas. If you wasn't
But
the
like
first
I
or that
said,
second best player, you're not part of that. It's almost like you're not part of that history,
like I
bro. Like
said,
nobody's
if
talking
you're
about you.
talking about money, I don't give a fuck. Because if you're in the NBA, you getting paid, and that's my goal.
Other niggas though, them other niggas are getting paid way more.
Superstars get paid more than the
All right,
bottom tier niggas,
sure.
though.
But if I was the best
Yeah.
person on the worst team, I'd be getting paid less than the worst nigga on the best team,
Yeah.
right? So like that's what I'm saying. Like if it is money, you know what's your option. But if
Give
it's
me the money.
strictly
Give me the money.
clout, if it's strictly clout, yeah, I'm gonna be the best player on the worst team because people gonna give you at least a little bit of some roses, right? They're like, yeah, but they would talk about shit about my team, but like, yeah, but that one guy though, like you gotta watch out for him. Like,
Well, they probably wouldn't even give a fuck. They
Like, he
probably
played.
no, because
played
think
in
about it this way:
Northwest.
you're playing the game,
Yeah.
right, and then you see three niggas guarding you. It's like, yeah, they know what's up. They don't give a fuck about the
come
rest of the
on,
team,
like-
but they know they gotta
Like,
guard
come on,
me.
like,
Like, come on.
my man's already being held back. He played for LGJ. These niggas is ass, bro. He come over to SDC or Northwestern, bro. He's shining. LGJ don't got it.
the LGJ basketball team was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was actual
I don't even
trash.
know.
It was booty cheeks. Booty cheeks.
They didn't know what the fuck they was doing up in there, man.
They really didn't. Our volleyball team was winning though, bro. It was
You went to the
wild.
games?
No, I mean I went to a few of the games, but not because of the games.
No. I don't want to know what the other reason is. I feel like it's.
We all know why y'all went to the volleyball games. We all know.
Yeah.
Stop
I know
playing.
I
Stop
know why.
playing. We all know. No one gave a shit about the volleyball team. No one gave two
Kinda
shits,
depraved.
bro.
Kind of depraved a little bit.
Like, we were all in high school. We were all on demon time. We were only there for one reason, and that was for sportsmanship, all right? That's it. Anyway,
Hey, good sportsmanship.
it was funny because as our basketball team was ass, our principal loved allocating a lot of resources to trying to make it better. But anything that was good, she would try to take resources from that, actually. Like, our debate team was great. But you know what she was trying to do? She was trying to take all the shit that the debate team had.
Imagine being that retarded. Imagine being so retarded. You try to take from what's successful to get like that's crazy, bro. And sometimes I just stop and think. People will do some shit. I just don't
And
wondering.
shout out, this principal that was making all these goofy ass decisions is now in charge of all of the school district. Wow, bro. I wonder how that happened.
They do anything for club.
No, you remember? Oh, she apparently when she got like elected or whatever appointed, she threw a party where you had to pay money to attend, and she claimed that it was all for this fundraiser thing. She was pocketing that shit, bro. She was pocketing that shit.
In the fucking New York Post, right?
Yes, there was a fucking article about how day one she's doing shady shit, bro. Day one, actually day zero. She hadn't even really been appointed yet.
Did LGJ have a wrestling team?
We did.
Yes,
Did you try?
He was
you
on
guys
it.
try it out for it?
I was on it.
You used the worst player on a good team.
Nah, Boo was there. He couldn't be the worst player. I'm stuck.
I was pretty decent. Mr. Our coach thought I was pretty good. He thought I learned fast, but I just didn't stay on it long enough. I left in like my senior year.
Why did the whole team have bed bugs or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, didn't something like that actually happen? Wasn't there bed bugs on the beds?
I don't think bed bugs can live on those mats.
But didn't something happen with the bats? I vaguely remember something happening with the bats, and they had to be like thrown out or fumigated or something.
I don't think bedbugs can live on those kinds of mats
It's
because they're
disgusting.
mostly
Y'all be
plastic.
rolling around.
Like yeah, they're mostly plastic, so I don't think bedbugs can live on.
I remember one time what my coach did to me. There were no partners available, so I had to choose him. And I thought, you know, he didn't even try to go easy on me. He just started fucking me up. He started beating the shit out of me.
Well,
and then the next day, I couldn't even turn my neck. I was looking like Batman in those movies. I was like,
what was your reason for leaving though? You said what was your reason?
just in senior year, I just did not feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Senioritis is a real thing, bro. Like in senior year, it's like I'm almost done.
Senioritis.
I want to just do the bare minimum and get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah,
that's senioritis, man.
In fact, you want to know what's real shitty? So, well, probably not shitty, but apparently, in the years prior, if you only had one class, you would only have that one class, and then you had they would let you leave. But so apparently, some girl lost her scholarship that way, so they changed the policy the year that we became seniors, so we had to stay in school all day.
I would leave all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
I fuck around and transfer for my last year of high school.
You had to transfer?
No. I said hearing some shit like that would make me want to transfer for my last year.
You didn't find out until the day of, nigga. Like you show up for school and they're like, actually, that's not happening.
Funny thing that happened in wrestling once. There's this guy there. Ray knows who this is. There's a Figueroa.
No, I have no idea who that is. What's his name? What's his address?
Huh? Figueroa used to do this thing that everyone made fun of him for, where you just sit there with his mouth open like this.
Oh, that one.
He used to do this. He used to be like, just for mad long. So like people just point at him to show how long. And they used to call him Jimmy Neutron because he had a big head.
He had a large cranium.
Like Roger from American Dad?
Like Jimmy Neutron. His head was big, bro. Like that shit was bulbous. It was that nigga had all head. But it was empty, bro. It was empty.
This other guy took up 2 protractors and put them up next to his head and they actually fit. Like they were
Nah.
I swear to God.
See, now we're bullying. We gotta relax.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have to fight y'all that day, being like, "Fuck is y'all doing? Get these protractors off you."
I'm gonna tell you a story that really you would have thought you had to fight him. So, anyways, one day, me and Figueroa, we got into like an argument. We started beefing, and then we were about to fight. We were literally about to fight. Like I think he pushed me, I pushed him back, and we started walking towards each other, about to fight. Coach jumps in. He's like, "What are you doing? What the hell are you doing?" Then he's like, "Drop down," and makes us do like fucking push-ups. And this nigga started making us do push-ups, but there was no stopping. He just kept telling us to keep going. So then Figueroa, he taps out pretty soon. But I kept going because that was a pride thing for me. I wanted to prove that I could keep going. So I kept going and going and going. And then like he was mad at us at first, but then when the coach saw me keep going, he's just like, he became proud. He was happy because I was drenched in sweat. I'm dripping and groaning, and the other guys are cheering. They're cheering as I keep going. Instead of dropping, I just kept going. And he's just like, "Good job, Gio. Good job." He was literally mad at me in the beginning, but because I did that shit, he was proud of me. But another funny story about Jeremy, right? So oh shit.
You stupid.
Sorry about that character, right?
This fictional man. He doesn't exist. He's not real.
Yeah, in his final year, he got a 1% in the class somehow. He got 1%, and like we found that shit so funny because it would be very hard to get 1% in the class. It was on a private.
I don't even know how you do that. I physically do not understand.
Yeah, we weren't sure how he did it, so he became like a legend. Like people would make fun of him. I remember this one guy had this whole routine. He was doing this for bad long. He was like, when this nigga eat dinner, he asks for 1 grain of rice, 1 piece of chicken. So he wake up in the morning, he puts on 1 sock, 1 shoe, and he just kept doing that. Just that whole theme every time. Like if that guy was like asking for something, like a skin, he'd be like, "Oh, you only want 1, right?"
That's actual bullying now, bro. Come on.
God.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, another funny thing about that guy, because he would do. Like, I remember one time when he was failing the class, he got 1% in. I remember he was failing it, and I remember this motherfucker looked at me, and he's about to go try and ask the teacher to save his grade. He's like, watch this. And he went to the teacher. He spun this whole story about how he's having problems with his parents, and they're like divorcing or something. This whole story, and gets her to have mercy on him just so he could go and only get 1% in the class. It was like, what was the point? You might as well just fail. It's like, why did you do all that? Like, oh my god.
I still don't know. I wasn't there, but hearing that, just like how? How do you get 1% in the class, bro? That's just goofy.
Yeah, like we said, he had to like maybe just get one assignment and only do that one assignment and still somehow flunk that one assignment.
Yeah, bro.
So-
Like, you'd have to get like because the way it works is like those assignments are out of percentage, and then that percentage affected the other percentage. So like, you'd have to have 100 assignments and get one assignment correct, like 100 on one assignment.
Oh, I guess that's what he did. Because he was a cheater, so maybe he cheated on something that was like a 100 he got.
Hold on, let me see. Let me see if that math works out.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Oh man, wrestling was a good time though. Like
Good
wrestling,
times. Good times.
yeah, wrestling is what turned me from a boy into a man. Like my respect for hard work and that kind of stuff started to come into being in wrestling. Like doing the hard thing rather than
Yeah.
the easy thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't formed just yet. Like it took a little while for it to crystallize. But the first time I started becoming more like macho and aggressive was because of wrestling. Because like when you're around like
Fire for
men
that.
being huh?
Fire for that.
Oh shit!
Yeah, fire, fire.
Wait, because when men are just are being men with each other, like because I'm always telling the girls in my job that's come on, stop it, stop. Let me finish
You're not over your case, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead.
When I'm telling the women at my job about how like part of being a boy, you have to experience hazing and bullying and roughhousing. Like these are necessary parts to help you evolve. I was like, if you don't experience those things, you become a pansy. This is what I'm always telling them. I use that phrase exactly. I was like, you become a pansy or a sissy. I was like, you have to. The things that everyone's calling toxic now, this is part of boyhood. You have like, sure, when you become a man, now you matured out of that shit. You're not supposed to be walking around bullying people. Like that's goofy. Like that's a boy behavior. But you have to experience it so you can evolve into a guy who can deal with things. I
You
don't know.
got
Fire for that.
you got fathers that do that to their kids though, because if they're not getting that treatment in school, they feel like they have to do that to raise their kid the right way.
Yeah, you ever seen that father? Like the guy who got in trouble too, actually. This motherfucker's son did something wrong in school, or he was fighting in school or something. So father's like, put on the gloves, and he like beats the shit out of his son on camera. The son was like bleeding. Yeah, so then they called CPS on his ass.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't beat them to like bleed.
Yeah, why are you boxing your son on camera?
Yeah, like you could have just made him do a bunch of push like exercises. He's like, oh, if you got a lot of energy, you want to make sure it's gone. Like like work him out.
You remember Stelios, right? Stelios Contos.
What?
Stelios Contos?
I have no
American
idea.
Dad.
I don't be watching shit like that all the day.
Well, just to give you a brief synopsis, Stelios Contos was the main character, Stan, from American Dad, his bully growing up.
Oh, now I remember. Yeah.
And it goes back to what Gio was saying about the roughhousing and making sure that your son is not a pansy. So, his son, Steve was like that. He wasn't facing any hard adversity, and every time Stan didn't like the way that Steve would resolve issues. Like he wasn't resolving issues the way he would do it. Like whenever something hard, like whenever he was facing something, he would handle it in such a pansy or like less, more feminine way. So he was saying like basically he became Steve's bully. and was like, you gotta deal with me. Like I'm be in your house, I'm be in your house beating your ass. I'm gonna
Did he
drive
even
up when you get out of school. Yeah,
did he even dress up as a jock and everything?
yeah, he took time out of work. And it was funny because he was trying to tell, teach Steve the lesson. And he was like, all right, like we could fight, like I'm gonna deal with you. He's like, great, because I've been missing a lot of work for this. Like, this man's taking time out to teach his son this lesson, and then like he would come home, has a bunch of bruises on his face, and his wife doesn't know that he's doing this to their child. So like his whole point was that trying to make him a man. And then at the end, Steve calls his bully, Stelios Contos, from the past, and the bully comes and beats the shit out of out of his father like he did when he was a kid. And then his father eventually, like, he keeps beating the shit out of him, and then his father's like, all right, I give up. Like, I don't want no more treatment. Like, I'll leave you alone. Like, I won't bully you no more, son. And he was like, you might handle things in a way that I don't agree with, but it's your life, and I accept it. But that's that's what it took.
Yeah, man. Don't abuse your kids, but
Yeah,
you should definitely experience. Like the reason I feel like having them experience like that light, like what I told them, it has to be like light bullying, like light
yeah,
teasing, light
You have to
hazing,
face some
nothing
sort of adversity.
crazy.
yeah. But like the problem with
Yeah, like
Steve was
light
like
hazing is fine. Like
all his adversity was like he was being spoiled. Like his mother would like whenever like he wanted breakfast, you know what I'm saying? Like she would have to cook it for him, and she would make these comments like, "Ooh, do you want some toppings on it? Do you want it with this?" Like
I
all
literally
that
knew a guy
baby.
like that where he didn't know how to
Yeah.
change his own sheets. He know how to change the sheets, bro.
There's a way to teach someone a lesson without having to, do it that way. Be
Bro, like at the end of the
yeah.
semester, his parents would come and pack his bags for him.
Damn. Yeah, see that's next level shit.
Like that's
That's
crazy,
that's
right?
spoiling.
That's
That's straight
crazy, right?
spoiling.
But it's been fun.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts you have?
Uh, as far as MCU comedy, I really don't. They gotta up it, get better with their jokes.
Bro,
I'm
literally
probably not
there's
gonna
this
be
video.
watching.
Go on.
Huh?
Not go on.
Uh, I'm probably not gonna be watching most of the movies that you guys put out from the MCU community, but that's it's not for me to enjoy. I'm not the demographic, so whatever you guys do, hopefully you can be able to. I mean, you guys know what you're doing. You're making a whole bunch of money. Not that money is everything in the world, but to some degree it is. And as far as I'll touch on upon the father son thing and roughhousing again. You can teach somebody a lesson and try to instill those values that you want them to have, but just do it in a way that doesn't land you in jail and doesn't make your son hate you. Because you got a lot of broken relationships because you want to mold your son into something that he's not, or something that you want him to be. So I think it's important to have that conversation and try to teach them those values in a respectable way. Um, but yeah, that's it for me.
I mean, I agree. Like, you gotta teach your kids adversity, son or daughter. Like, they have to face some sort of adversity. Like, they can't just be sitting here on their iPads not doing nothing, because that's going to set them up for failure, right? Like, there's going to be that person that one day that's going to make them really upset, and they're not going to know how to deal with it. They're just not going to know how to deal with it, right?
I just realized that's a deep conversation that we just segued. I ain't gonna lie, it
We
was
we
kind
can,
of
we
deep.
can talk about more later.
Yeah.
For MCU comedy, get some comedy. I don't know. Take some acting classes or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, and one more thing. Sorry. I apologize to you guys, the anime community, the anime fans
Don't
out there
apologize.
that
Them
love
niggas is
this,
nasty.
that love the material, man.
Nah, fuck them
These
niggas,
two
bro.
these two haters,
They
damn, I got y'all, man. These
Nah.
two
You don't
haters
even
out
watch
here.
anime, bro. Name 3 anime.
Come on,
No,
man.
say,
You gonna
See,
challenge
he
tell
me?
the
couldn't even
anime
do it.
community
He
what,
couldn't even do it.
tell the
That-
anime
Huh?
tell the anime community what you say about manga. Tell them what you say about manga. Tell them
That's a
you and
separate
yours.
conversation. We can leave
Ah,
there. You know
ah,
what
ah, ah. Oh,
I'm saying?
this man's a hater, bro. Talk about you can't be reading fights. Get the fuck out of my face. And yo, Vanguard, end this shit. End this.
Anyways, final thoughts. You know, rough housing is a great way to stay in shape. You know, it's just if you want your kids to not be a bunch of pussies, when they get hurt and stuff, you should be happy. You should be happy that your kids are exploring their boundaries and doing dangerous things as part of becoming an adult. MCU comedy, I don't even know if it can be called that. So it's like it's like they just need to get better with their pacing it. You know, they just don't know. There are some moments where it doesn't fit, and you have like an example like Love and Thunder where it just wasn't funny at all. So we can 100% agree on that. Um, what else? You can be a fan of something without letting it absorb your life. You can enjoy something without it becoming the void. It does not have to absorb you completely. And that's all. Yeah. Vanguard
All
out.
right.